Emily Rowe is just one member on the USC Board of Directors, and over these next 2 weeks, we'll be getting to know the entire board. So let's take a look at our next member.
Will Bortonlin is an important political figure here at Western, so let's get ready to meet our VP Campus Issues now.
I understand that you're a recent graduate of Western. Is that correct?
Of course, yeah. All of the USC executives have to be at least students last year. So I graduated in the science department, my honor specialization degree, convocated in the summer. So graduated, but I still feel like a student a lot of the time being here every day.
How are you finding the transition from being a full-time student to this position at USC?
You know, it's funny. It's sort of a thing I've eased into because I spent so little time with my volunteer activities being a student over the past couple of years when I was Enviro-Western coordinator. And to what I'm doing now, I don't know that it's fully hit me yet, that I still don't go to classes and have to study for exams, but it's a pretty relieving thing to just be able to really focus on something 100% that you're really interested in and passionate about. Can
you tell us a little bit about what Campus Issues is and what kind of services it offers? Yeah,
Campus Issues is my portfolio. So it's not really specifically defined anywhere, but the best way I can define it is social and societal issues that affect the undergraduate experience. Issues of, you know, discrimination or unfair treatment based on race, sexuality, gender, First Nations, campus safety, environmental issues, Enviro Week here today, those types of things.
What is your role as VP Campus Issues? Yeah,
so I have those 13 commissioners in my portfolio. I work with them and help them execute programs. You know, for instance, Enviro-Western does a number of things throughout the year. Enviro Week is a big highlight of it, though, and being supportive of how this is run. Mostly a facilitator for my commissioners and coordinators working in specific areas. I like to let them take the direction that they want it to go and really just help them make things happen.
How do you like this role so far?
Well, I mean, we've been at it for a while. You know, I got elected back in, I think, March now, and we started our transition in May. It's amazing. It's such a fantastic experience being a part of the USC and working with so many people and getting to be involved in a lot of really great initiatives.
What are some of the challenges that you find that you had to overcome?
Very familiar challenges, I guess. You know, a lot of us, including Enviro-Western here working this week, work with volunteers. Who, unlike me, don't have the benefit of being able to devote 100% of their times to things. So it's always a challenge in any student program to be able to work around schedules and be efficient with time. But as you can see, it usually works out.
How can Western students get involved with campus issues, for example?
Absolutely. Well, they can always contact me, and I'll help them. It really depends on your area of interest, though. It does vary. For something like an Enviro-Western or Pride-Western, they maintain memberships and have executives, because those are the services in the portfolio, Women's Issues Network as well. So those are very easy to get directly involved with as a member, as an executive. Other things like, you know, my Multicultural Students Commissioner don't necessarily have a big committee or a membership. They're just kind of acting as themselves. But there are a lot of ways you can contact them, be supportive of them. Some of them still form sort of committees themselves with just volunteers kind of informally. So there are a lot of little opportunities, but it would probably depend on exactly what someone was interested in.
Are there any new events coming up that you'd like to plug?
Well, I'd love to plug Enviro Week that's happening now. I think a lot of people already know that because that's gotten a lot of publicity. Later on in November, we'll have HIV Awareness Week, which is a big thing, an annual thing. After that, the White Ribbon Campaign, which is Men Against Violence Against Women, which is a big deal. It includes the Montreal Massacre ceremony. It'll be December 3rd. And then it's the break, and then we kick off the new year. More fresh initiatives, Healthy Living Week, and more environmental stuff with Western's Earth Day.
For TVWestern.ca, I'm Alysha Li.